Howdy folks, it is Diecast Buffet here again. It is time for my Nashville post-race reaction. Let me tell you, that was an instant classic. It didn't have a photo finish, but holy cow, that was one of the most entertaining NASCAR Cup Series races I have ever seen. We are spoiled in 2024 with how many great races we have seen. I mean, we've already had 2 historical photo finishes. How many great races have we seen just in the Cup Series alone? Not including the Xfinity and Truck Series. Holy cow. It was like 4 overtimes, I think. Joey Logano, I don't know what he's doing. He got some smoky unique extra gas tank installed in his Mustang, but he wins the race. So that race to win diecast probably going to be really cool. I imagine the confetti, if they do have confetti, it would be purple because it's the Ally colors. Hopefully that's the case. It would look really cool on that diecast. And you can pre-order that diecast if they do offer it over there at Circle B Diecast. Use promo code Diecast Buffet. You can use it for all your shopping needs. And let's talk about this race, guys. So there is a lot to unpack here. There's a lot to talk about. It was really it felt like a 600-mile race, and I say that in a good way. I am a fan of longer NASCAR races, okay? It's a 400-mile race, 300 laps. So the first stage was pretty clean, nothing much happened. Then they had the rain that came in stage 2. It was about an hour and a half delay. They got back going, and then somehow they went 10 years in the past, and it became a fuel mileage fiasco. Drivers running out of gas at the tail end of the race, a whole bunch of cautions, wrecks. I mean, it felt like a average sprint cup race at like Michigan or something, where they're just running out of gas continuously. It was a blast for the past. Fantastic racing. Nashville with the Cup Series, holy cow, it is one of the best, and I mean the best races on the circuit. It's just as good as Charlotte. Side-by-side racing throughout the whole track, not just on the straightaway, but in the corners. You can restart well. You can go 3 and 4 wide. You could race side-by-side. It's incredible. All 3 series, great racing in my opinion. Some people will say the Truck Series was boring because Christian Eckes led every single lap, the first time since 2012 with Timothy Peters at Bristol. I remember watching that race. It was a fantastic show. I didn't even know he led all the laps until the broadcast actually said so. I think it was like halfway through. I'm like, what? There was so much crashes and drivers not too happy with each other. I love the Truck Series, so I'm okay with some crazy crashes or 2. But, man, I'm telling you, Nashville Super Speedway, I have fell in love with this racetrack. It's absolutely mind-boggling. This track has 1 race day a year. Could you imagine a playoff race? Whoo, that would be fun. It's absolutely mind-boggling to me how we go to Richmond twice, how we go to Phoenix twice. Why do we have these boring flat tracks on the schedule? Gateway, New Hampshire. I don't know. You know, if it wasn't for the rain last week, New Hampshire would have been probably the worst race of the year. Let's just be honest, because the dry conditions, nothing happened. It was pretty boring. And then the rain came and it became the best New Hampshire race I've ever seen. Because it was, you know, a wet racetrack. It creates chaos. I'm just saying, man, Nashville, to me, one of the best racetracks on the circuit right now. Holy cow. It needs a second cup date. I'm telling you, that track is so much fun. Lots of crashes. It looked like it was a surefire win for Denny Hamlin in the closing laps. I mean, there was like 6 or 7 drivers that were like on edge for fuel at the first overtime. Caution, second overtime. Caution, third overtime. And then another caution, fourth overtime. So they're just running out of fuel. I don't know how Logano saved enough. He must have had that smoky unit gas tank. I don't know. I'm kidding. But it was chaotic. We almost had the upset of the year with a Spire Motorsports win, because Zane Smith had a great shot at it. Corey LaJoie was even in the mix in the overtimes as well. Tyler Reddick, I think, fumbled the bag at the end. He could have won that race. He wanted the race clean. He didn't move Logano. I feel like he could have drove in the corner a little too deep. Logano's on older tires, I think the 45 would have just smoked him. You didn't want to? That's fine. I would have moved him. That's just me. Larson, Chastain, Denny Hamlin, they had some drama. You know, Larson tried to move Hamlin on the restart, which I applaud him for doing, because so many times it seems like the 11 car goes after the 5 and the 5 doesn't really retaliate. So it's kind of nice to see Larson stepping up a little bit. It's good for the sport. It's good to have rivals. Well, he hits Hamlin. He gets loose because he hits the apron. Larson does. Goes up and hits Chastain and crashes Chastain, which Chastain had a great car. And the reason why they even went to overtime is because Hamlin had the lead, and Cindric spins out, I think, on the back straightaway with like half a lap to go before the white. So this was a chaotic race. It was so much fun. Absolutely instant classic. This will definitely be a race you'll probably see 10 to 15 years from now on whatever television platform or streaming service or whatever it's going to be in a decade or so. Who knows? With AI, anything's possible nowadays. But yeah, I'm telling you, man, what a fantastic show. Comment down below what y'all think. It was so much fun. Man, they got to get a second race date at Nashville. It's insane. Why does Charlotte only have one oval date? Why does Nashville have one oval date? It's so blatantly obvious how great the racing is. And they only go there once. And then I see commercials during the race, and they're trying to hype me up for a Richmond race coming up in August. And I'm like, the only thing I'm going to get hyped up for during that weekend is probably a nap, because that's how boring it's going to be. Let's just keep it honest. The broadcast did a great job as usual. Minimal mistakes, so good job on NBC with that. Don't even get me started with ranting about the NASCAR and Fox portion, because oh, yeah, man, just a great race. I look at last weekend, New Hampshire, first half of that, put me to sleep. In Nashville, not even 5 laps in, and it's already better racing. It's just that, it's that quick. So I'm interested in what y'all thought about this race. Some people will say, oh, it's a demolition derby. This isn't racing. All they do is wreck each other. And then last week they'll say, oh, it's just all clean racing. They don't race hard enough. This is boring. This is NASCAR. Yeah. So I'm convinced that you cannot please everyone. That's okay. We respect everyone's opinions on this channel. I usually try to keep my opinions pretty straightforward, pretty consistent. I love crash fests. I love great racing. I love passing. I don't like flat tracks where you just coast around until the next caution. That's just me. So that's all for now. Thank you all so much for watching the video. We got a huge diecast haul coming in, by the way, if you haven't seen my community tab post. Oh my goodness, we got literally the biggest diecast haul of the freaking year coming in. Stay tuned for that. That is going to be fun. Be some cool stuff on board that. And yeah, hope to have some cool stuff coming up on the channel very, very soon. I got maybe some collection videos coming out. Yeah, I know some of y'all have been wanting one of those. I'm working on it, okay? I know I've been a little bit slow on the uploads. Trust me. Patience, my brother. Patience. Got some cool stuff coming up. Man, I still got to release that Q&A video. I promised like 3 months ago. So I actually have that filmed. I will be uploading that hopefully soon. What else have I been extremely late about? I got some other ideas I've been kind of thinking of, kind of cooking up. So we got some cool content coming up on the channel. So don't think I'm just like, oh, I don't want to upload anything. No, it's a process. It's a process. Thank you all the loyal subscribers out there. I see we hit, what, 5,500 subscribers on the channel. That's absolutely insanity. Thank y'all so much for that. God bless y'all. Without y'all, this channel would literally be nothing. I remember when this channel literally had 50 subscribers in October of 2018. Maybe getting like a comment a week. And it's just really cool to see how the channel has grown, you know. It's not a large channel, but it's a very niche demographic, right? NASCAR Diecast is a very niche demographic, so it's really cool to see a channel that's in a very niche demographic have a very organic fan base. Very, very thankful for that. That's all for now, fellas. Nashville, what a banger. Chicago Street Course coming up. I have an unfortunate feeling if it does not rain, it might get a little bit sleepy. I don't know. Maybe it'll be a demo derby. Maybe it'll shock me. I'm already looking forward to Pocono. What is it? Indianapolis? Oh, the Brickyard 400. That's going to be a lot of fun. And then they have the Olympic break. But yeah, man. It's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting to see how this playoff chaos happens. We were so close to an upset winner. And I'll end the video on this. With them not having that July Super Speedway event for the first time, I think, possibly in decades, because Atlanta's a playoff race this year. Daytona, late August. We might see some very contrarian strategies because a lot of these drivers, they're not going to win on speed. So do you go to Pocono? Do you go to the Brickyard? Do you just try the craziest, wackiest strategy? I think some people tried it tonight at Nashville. So we'll see if we get an upset winner that will change everything and someone's favorite driver will miss out on the playoffs. Because trust me, I know how that feels. I do. Anyways, that's all for now. Diecast Buffet. Sign it off.